Okay, hopefully they can hear you. But okay, first question: how has the community of LA changed over time?
A lot in the sense of mm, well, I could only say it hasn't been for a better. It hasn't been for a better, I guess, to make it better.
Yeah,
It gotten worse.
it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
Okay, and what businesses have closed down or grown, like in this area?
Well, we used to when we just moved here, where we are living now. We used to have this supermarket that was called Family Farms, and we used to do grocery there, and they closed it down.
What do you think that is?
I think because of the area, that a lot of those places, I guess they get a lot of thieves and stuff. So that's why they usually, I feel that that's the reason why a lot of like business will go off out of business, I guess.
Yeah, you
So
think
that's
it has to do with like our race, our ethnicity?
I think so.
People that stay here?
I think so has to do that, and yeah, a lot of people that don't want to work, and they just feel like it's just easy to go in there and steal.
Yeah. Have you experienced discrimination?
Personally, no. Actually, I guess because of my skin color, I feel that they treat me different. Um, the only thing I have noticed is like, obviously because of my skin tone, it's white, but when I start speaking Spanish is when I see the difference. Like, I sometimes, do it when I go to like a Starbucks, that I start speaking Spanish, and I notice a difference. And because I speak Spanish, they don't want to like, um, they want to help me out.
Yeah.
Like they take their time, and then when they decide, they just go, "Oh, may I help you?"
Yeah.
And I noticed that like only when they know that I'm Hispanic. Yeah.
Do you think discrimination is still around in Los Angeles?
What was that again?
Do you think discrimination is still around in Los Angeles?
Oh yeah, yeah.
In our area?
Yes.
Do you think it's like an outside coming in, or you think it's like within our own people?
I think it's with our own people too. It's not just the outside.
Yeah. Do you feel accepted in your community?
I do.
Yeah.
I do feel accepted.
It's because you have like the whole Spanish.
Yes.
With
correct.
grandpa and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
That makes sense. How's your relationship with other ethnic communities, like in the area? So like African American, maybe Asians, those gringos.
You know what? I feel that I always try to give the best of me with any ethnicity. It's always good to approach that person with respect and like say good morning, or if you see maybe they're struggling with something, help out. But I feel overall, I mean, I feel it's good. I haven't had like I guess bad experience.
Do you think it's evolved? Do you think like people are getting worse, or do you think they're getting better?
No, I think they're getting worse. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel that there's not there. I feel that the respect is losing,
Oh yeah.
especially for a lot of. I feel mostly as youngsters,
Yeah.
young people. Yeah.
Like respect for elders, or like respect for each other.
For I think both elders and each other.
Do you think that's just our community, or you think that like stretches out?
No, it's just out.
What ethnic groups reside in this area?
What ethnic? What?
Groups reside in this area.
A lot of Hispanics,
Mainly?
Latinos. Yeah, but mostly. Well, yeah, here's more Latinos. Very here and there, like blacks and stuff.
Oh, okay. Has the economy of this area always been wealthy or poor?
I think poor.
Poor. Has it gotten better though? Or
Well, I mean, I seen a difference on a lot of these houses. They gone better, but I don't know about people. Because sometimes you can show off like you're doing well, but we don't know if all these people have like a big debt on all these nice looking cars and all this stuff that they show off.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like they say about social media, like you pretend to have like a perfect life, but in reality we don't know from inside, like what you're going through, you know.
Yeah, like
So
behind closed doors.
yeah, so
That
it's
makes
like I cannot say like, oh, I mean, they, like I said, just in this blog, the houses look okay, but in reality, I don't know if they are in reality or in a good shape.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways,
Have you ever experienced discrimination from the police?
only once.
When?
As a Big Bear.
Oh, okay. Tell us a story. Tell us a story.
Well, we were in Big Bear. We were going there because my niece wanted to go there for her birthday, and we were having fun. We went. I remember we parked in this. Well, our family parked in this street. There was a lot of houses, and we went to go slide on the snow in the meanwhile. So when we came back to get our car because we were going back home, when we saw our car, it was vandalized. You know, it had the windshield from the front cracked, and then from the two sides were also cracked. Like they vandalized the vehicle. It was drivable, but it was just like you couldn't see through the windshield in the front.
Mm.
And then while we were like looking up at the car, what happened? This guy from the front house that we parked the car, he came out and he was like get the fuck out of my property. He was a white man, and we were like, we're not even in your property, we were on the street. And he kept on saying the same thing, and then like he seemed like he was like mad, and he just like he was going towards where we were at. So I guess the man was approached my husband, and when he approached my husband, he went like that towards my husband. So when my husband saw the hit, he went like that. He went back. So then after he did that, my husband punched him, and obviously he was an older man. He was an older white man. Obviously my husband was way younger, but we didn't meant to like hit him, but I mean it was like kind of like a self-defense.
Yeah.
So so after like my husband hit him, he flew and he fell down, and then he just like, I guess the man got really mad more, and he stand up and he was just like he wanted to hit my husband again, and it was just really bad. At the end of the day, we called the cops because of this issue. They took him. I mean, they took him in the moment to have him like, you know, chill out in the police car.
Mm-hmm.
But we noticed like the difference because, you know, we were Hispanics and that man was white. So we noticed like the difference in the treatment. Like when we said that he was probably the one that vandalized our vehicle, they didn't like believe us. So we really, really noticed like the difference in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, you could feel it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay. Next one. Does the community influence the usage of drugs or alcohol?
Does the community what?
Influence the usage of drug or alcohol? So you think like this area like influences kids or adults to like use more drugs or?
No, I don't think. Well, I don't know if you consider the community being as your friendship, but I mean, I feel that for you to be introduced to drugs, I feel like you have to have like friends that are gonna be like, oh, you know, try this.
Mm.
But if a neighbor is your friend and he does drugs, obviously he's gonna be like, oh, you want to try?
Yeah.
Because what happens? I mean, it has happened to me, so
Yeah.
that's why I say it. No.
Thank you. Oh, it's still going. Okay. How has church influenced the way you see your community?
How what?
How has church influenced the way you see your community?
Well, it influenced that we always have to be nice to people no matter what. Like, even though sometimes, you know, like the neighbors cannot be like the greatest, but, you know, always try to be the best you can.
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes there's a lot of nasty people that, you know, and they always say that it's not good for you to be the same way they are.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make it better.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, have to be yourself, obviously, and always have in mind that always God is good and God is love, so you have to give love too.
to the people around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's basically it.